Okay, so I thought I'd just give you a quick update on how things are going with this laser interferometer. So this is a laser-based measurement system. So we'll just switch it on and I'll show you what it does. So when we turn it on, basically the display is racing, but encouragingly there's a red dot you can see over there on the wall. So the laser head itself is actually working. We can stop the display racing by pressing in the velocity button, which moves it to velocity measurement mode, and then we press it back in a normal mode, and actually seems to work okay. That much of it works. We can see the laser tuning dial here responds to the tuning meter, which means all the electronics that are controlling the laser head are working correctly. We can't test beam alignment yet because we don't have any optics in the path of the laser. Inside this little door are the compensation hand wheels, or thumb wheels I should say, and here are two self-check routines. So when I put it through these self-check routines, what happens is the first one causes the counters in the system to count up to their maximum capacity and then displays the result here. And this is actually the correct number according to the service manual. And if I switch it to millimeters, it also gives the correct number, counting up. We switch it back to wavelength. What this does is the last four digits here are the same as the compensation value. So if we change these wheels, we can see the last four digits responding accordingly with exactly the same numbers. So that tells us that the compensation circuitry is all correct and the links between it and the main registers are okay. The one test that it's failing though is that when we press the checks number 2 button, what should happen is that this number should count down to the maximum in the negative direction and display this as a negative. So that means there's something wrong with the subtraction circuitry. So somewhere in this maze of integrated circuits is probably a failed chip. So without some more detailed information, I'm not going to be able to find which one it is. There's quite detailed information in the manual about the layout of these boards, and there's some troubleshooting information which was not included with the scan that I've got, but a gentleman from the Metalwork forums, Ray G, has generously offered to copy some documentation from his original copies of the manuals and send me the troubleshooting charts. So when they arrive, we should be able to take it to the next step. But at this stage, I guess all I can do is test the cables for any broken wires, and I can probably start working my way through some of the block diagrams to see if we can basically narrow it down to a general area that might be playing up. I'll just switch this off now.